What if I told you there's an electric sedan that launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 2.2 seconds, unleashes a staggering 912 horsepower through all four wheels, and yet somehow manages to fly completely under the automotive media radar? Welcome back to Gravity Automotive, where today we're pulling back the curtain on the 2026 Audi RS e-tron GT Performance, a technological tour de force that industry experts are calling criminally underrated, and perhaps the most overlooked performance vehicle of the year. Audi has undergone an absolutely remarkable transformation since launching their first e-tron SUV back in 2018, and what started as a somewhat conservative entry into the electric vehicle market has evolved into something truly spectacular. The 2026 RS e-tron GT Performance represents the pinnacle of this evolution. It isn't just fast in the traditional sense, it's breathtakingly, violently, explosively quick in ways that challenge your very perception of acceleration. With dual electric motors working in perfect synchronization and pumping out a combined 912 horsepower, along with a completely redesigned rear motor that's more efficient and powerful than ever before, this four-door luxury rocket will fundamentally rewrite everything you thought you knew about what's possible from a sedan. This isn't just about straight-line speed, though it excels there too. It's about instant, relentless power delivery that gasoline engines simply cannot match. Let's talk numbers, because they're genuinely mind-bending. 0 to 60 miles per hour in exactly 2.2 seconds. Take a moment and let that truly sink in. We're talking about genuine, no asterisk supercar territory here, the kind of acceleration that was once reserved exclusively for seven-figure hypercars, now available in a luxury sedan that you could realistically drive every single day, in all weather conditions, with actual comfort and practicality. Charging anxiety, consider it obliterated. With peak DC fast charging speeds reaching an impressive 320 kilowatts when connected to capable charging infrastructure, you're looking at recovering 192 miles of range in just 15 minutes of charging time, or a substantial 263 miles in approximately half an hour. For context, that's enough time to grab lunch, stretch your legs, and use the restroom during a road trip, and this kind of charging performance is genuinely game-changing for long-distance travel, effectively eliminating range as a significant concern for all but the longest journeys. The test vehicle arrived in an absolutely jaw-dropping shade of red, a vibrant, metallic finish that perfectly complements the e-tron GT's aggressive yet sophisticated modern lines. This isn't your grandfather's Audi styling. The design language is bold, purposeful, and distinctly futuristic while maintaining that unmistakable Audi DNA, and the low, wide stance communicates serious performance intent even when the car is sitting still. Step inside, and you'll discover a sophisticated cabin that blends black and gray materials in a tasteful, driver-focused environment, with premium leather covering the seats, genuine suede accenting strategic touch points, and forged carbon fiber trim pieces adding both visual interest and tactile richness throughout the interior. The build quality is exceptional, exactly what you'd expect from Audi's flagship performance model, with tight panel gaps and materials that feel expensive to the touch. Unlike its Porsche Taycan cousin, which routes nearly all controls through touchscreen interfaces, Audi made the intelligent decision to retain physical buttons and tactile switches for climate control functions, which proves to be a remarkably smart move that not only frees up valuable center console space but keeps the most frequently used functions intuitive and accessible without requiring you to dive through digital menus while driving. It's a perfect example of technology serving the driver rather than the other way around. The air conditioning vents are fully adjustable using simple physical mechanisms. No need to navigate through touchscreen submenus just to redirect airflow, and it's precisely these thoughtful, user-focused touches that make the e-tron GT feel genuinely special and well-considered rather than simply high-tech for technology's sake. That said, the on-screen graphics and user interface could certainly benefit from a comprehensive refresh to match the more modern systems found in Audi's newest model lineup, which feature crisper graphics and more intuitive menu structures. One particularly standout feature that showcases Audi's attention to detail is the active damper suspension system that actually raises the entire vehicle when you open the door, making entry and exit significantly easier and more graceful, especially for passengers wearing formal attire or anyone with mobility concerns. It's an elegant solution to a common grand touring car problem, though the timing doesn't always work perfectly and occasionally the car rises after you've already gotten in. For a car wearing the hardcore RS badge, traditionally reserved for Audi's most uncompromising performance variants, you might reasonably expect a punishing, teeth-rattling ride that sacrifices all comfort for cornering capability, but surprisingly, the E-Tron GT Performance strikes a beautiful, almost miraculous balance between performance and daily usability. The ride is certainly firm and communicative, but never harsh or uncomfortable, even over broken pavement and expansion joints. Take this machine onto twisty back roads or your favorite canyon route, and it reveals its true character. The chassis is ridiculously planted and confidence-inspiring, with adaptive suspension technology that virtually eliminates body roll through corners, squat under acceleration, and dive under braking. You feel genuinely connected to the road surface, supremely confident in the car's capabilities, and in complete control of this 5,000-pound performance machine. The electric all-wheel drive system seamlessly shuffles power between the front and rear axles with millisecond precision, finding traction where traditional mechanical systems would struggle, and the low center of gravity from the floor-mounted battery pack creates handling characteristics that feel more like a mid-engine sports car than a full-size luxury sedan. However, there is one notable weakness worth mentioning. The braking system, while adequate for normal driving and spirited backroad fun, didn't inspire total confidence during emergency stopping situations or repeated hard braking from high speeds, something definitely worth noting given the car's incredible performance capabilities and the speeds you'll inevitably find yourself reaching. Whether this is a tuning issue with the regenerative braking blending or actual hardware limitations is unclear, but it's the one area where the car doesn't quite match its otherwise exceptional dynamic capabilities. That gorgeous, dramatically sloping roofline does compromise rear headroom slightly for taller passengers. Anyone over 6 feet might find their head brushing the headliner, but the visual impact and aerodynamic benefits are absolutely worth the minor practicality trade-off. The trunk opening is admittedly modest compared to traditional sedans, requiring some careful packing for longer trips. Though you do gain a front trunk, for additional storage of smaller items, charging cables, and soft bags. One genuinely quirky design choice that takes some getting used to, the front release button is located on the driver's door panel rather than inside the cabin or on a key fob, making it accessible only when the driver's door is open, an odd choice that occasionally proves inconvenient when you want to access the front storage area. Yes, it starts at a substantial $168,295 before any options or destination charges, and the fully loaded test model topped $190,000 with premium paint, upgraded wheels, advanced driver assistance features, and luxury interior packages. Yes, it has its minor quirks and imperfections, the slightly outdated infographics, the occasionally poorly timed suspension raise feature, the front button location that defies conventional logic, and brake feel that could be more confidence-inspiring. But when you step back and look at the complete package, the 2026 Audi RS e-tron GT Performance represents Audi engineering at its absolute best, electric or otherwise, and it stands as a compelling argument for what the German automaker can achieve when they're firing on all cylinders. With mind-bending power that redefines acceleration in the luxury sedan segment, stunning design that turns heads everywhere you go, real-world usability that makes it genuinely practical for daily driving, and charging capabilities that eliminate range anxiety for the vast majority of use cases, this is the electric performance sedan that absolutely deserves way more attention, recognition, and acclaim than it currently receives from both automotive media and luxury car buyers. This is Gravity Automotive, reminding you that the future of performance is electric. It's here now, and it's more impressive than most people realize. That if you enjoyed this comprehensive deep dive into the Audi RS e-tron GT Performance and want to learn more about what makes this underrated machine special, smash that like button and subscribe to Gravity Automotive for more in-depth electric vehicle reviews, cutting-edge automotive technology breakdowns, performance car comparisons, and expert analysis of the latest developments in the rapidly evolving world of electric performance vehicles. Hit like if you think the e-tron GT deserves significantly more recognition in the luxury performance segment, and more coverage from automotive media. Speech balloon comment below with your honest thoughts. Would you choose the Audi RS e-tron GT Performance over its more famous Porsche Taycan sibling, or do you think the Porsche's badge carries enough prestige to justify the price premium? What other electric performance sedans would you like to see us review and compare? Let us know your thoughts, experiences, and which electric vehicles you're most excited about.